Well, happy Father's Day to all the dads watching. We have a dad here with us. Happy Father's Day, Gabe.
Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, that's right. It's coming right up. So, happy Father's Day to everybody.
And we're talking about adventures. And it made me think, Gabe, as we look at this story, as we look at our article, what an awesome adventure. These brothers, they go on an adventure with their dad and their uncle. Did you ever go on some special adventures with your dad when you were a kid?
My dad likes camping, so we went on several camping trips. A lot of them was with our entire family, but I do remember once or twice going out with my dad and my brother and some other guys, dads and the sons, father-son trip with some of my dad's coworkers and some of the other kids that we knew, And so that was a lot of fun, just getting out in nature.
Yeah, it's fun to get out. If you have that opportunity to get out with your dad this weekend, that would be great. Maybe even it's just a meal. It's not so adventurous, but that would be good. But what are some lessons, Gabe, that you have learned as a result of just spending time with your dad? Not necessarily on an adventure, but just the time that you spent. What did your dad teach you?
Yeah, I mean, you can learn a lot in life just by spending time with somebody and observing the way they are and the way they interact with other people. And so obviously, when it comes to talking about your parents, it could be a mixed bag. There could be some positives, there could be some negatives, One thing I learned early on in life was that it's important to have a good sense of humor about things. And my dad has a pretty good sense of humor. Both my parents do. And just being able to they know how to kind of make maybe serious situations kind of light. And so that was a positive thing. One thing I've noticed over the years and that I've talked to my parents about is, man, like they reach out to a lot of people. And so sometimes it's hard for them to have boundaries with relationships. And so that's something that I've kind of taken a mental note of, like, okay, I want to be like my parents in one way, but maybe try to be a little bit different in another way. But another great thing is that money is important, but my dad has always just raised us to believe and be confident that life is about a lot more than money.
Well, those are great lessons. We can learn positive things from our parents. We can learn some things we would maybe want to do differently. And I want to ask you, Gabe, you have 2 kids, and I want to ask you, what kind of adventures do you like to go on with your kids, with your sons?
Yeah, well, one of them is only a year old, so it's hard to know what he's going to like. I think he's going to be into sports.
Okay.
More than my firstborn son.
All right.
However, even when my oldest was 2 years old, we were already going river tracing. And he's already in the river ahead of me, stepping over rocks, and I'm like, "Be careful, Isaac! Come back." But it looks like he has an adventurous spirit. He also really likes bugs, and so we go bug hunting. If we're ever out in nature, we're looking for different species, little crawlers.
All right, so he has an adventurous spirit, and so you have a lot of fun with your kids. And I hope you can maybe, if you have kids, and this weekend or in the near future, you can go out and have an adventure. Or with your dad, you can do that as well. And hope you enjoy this Father's Day and celebrating your father if you have the opportunity to do that. Thank you, Gabe, for sharing your insights, and we'll see you next time here on Insights.